Off with the lights. I bet you never really made love to an angel. Let's go. Check it. I would never change you, girl, could we get up today? I knew she was an angel, she said she from up the way. She seen me from an angle that nobody ever viewed. And every time she...
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a subtle cranberry look. First, I'm going to start by using my Pond's moisturizer. I'm using the blue one. I'm going to put a little bit on my face and just rub it in. Next, we're going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion to prime our lids for the eyeshadow we're going to be using today. I'm just going to put some on my lid and rub it in with this brush I have. It's double-sided and it's by Ofra Beauty. I'm just going to be using the smaller size to rub that in. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my Carli Bybel palette and I'm going to be dipping my G17 Morphe brush into the lightest shade. I apologize in advance for any unclarity in this video. My camera is not all that great. With the G17, we're going to be making blending motions back and forth, rubbing that lightest shade into our eye just to settle everything down with the primer potion. Next, we're going to be taking the third shade in, and we're just going to keep that on our upper part of the crease, not really bringing it down into the lid. We're going to keep blending that back and forth as well in circular motions. Next, we're going to be taking the fourth shade in, which is like a light purpley pink, almost like a mauve tone. And I'm going to be taking my Morphe M433 brush, which is also a dupe for the MAC 217. We're just going to be taking that mauve tone and rubbing it right back and forth into the crease, sharpening it up just a little bit. Next, we're going to be taking the last shade in the first row, which is the Cranberry. We're really going to be working this in, also using circular and back and forth motions, but mostly concentrating this on the outer corner and really mostly into the crease just to really give it some more depth and really bring that cranberry look together. I'm just going to go back in with my Morphe G17 brush with no extra product on it and just blend everything all together. Next, I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Professional eyeshadow brush using the first shade in the second row. I'm just going to keep taking that gold glittery shade and keep packing it onto the lid until I'm satisfied. I'm going to go back into that mauve shade with the same brush that I used in the beginning, which is the Morphe M433 brush. I'm just going to go back into that gold glittery shade and keep packing on with the e.l.f. brush I was using. Then next I'm going to be going in with the Morphe G17 again with no additional product and just keep blending everything all together. The key is to keep blending and packing. Next I'm going to be using the Nivea Men Post After Balm Shave in Sensitive, and I'm just going to be rubbing it all over into my face until I feel it get tacky. Next, we're going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It is a silicone base, and I'm just going to be filling in the areas I feel that my pores are the deepest. Next, we're going to be using the Vitamin Hydrating Spray. It has a scent of daisy, and it is by the brand City Color, and we're just going to let that sit for about a minute or two. Next, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 230 Natural Buff. I'm going to be using that Ofra Beauty brush, the double-sided one that I used in the beginning, but I'm going to be using the opposite side to put my foundation onto my face. I'm going to continue to do that until I feel that my foundation is evenly covered. Then I'm going to be using my Morphe G6 brush, which is like a flat kabuki brush. I'm also going to be spraying that vitamin spray onto the brush to give it a little bit of hydration. We're just going to use buffing but pushing motions to make sure the foundation sits correctly onto the skin. This step is important because you want to make sure you cover everything correctly so you don't have any patches seeping through. Next, we're going to be moving on to concealers using 3 different concealers. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me in the number 25 medium. The next one is number 7 in custard for the Sephora brand. I decided I wasn't going to use a third concealer anymore, so here I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me in the number 25 medium. And I'm just going to be putting it underneath my eyes in a triangular motion. Oh, sorry, that was a little quick break I had. Anyways, I'm going to be running it down the center of the nose, the tip of the nose, the chin, the forehead, and then I'm going to be taking the Sephora concealer in custard and just giving it an extra highlight underneath the eyes. Next, I'm going to be taking the Real Technique beauty blending brush, sponge, whatever you want to call it. Y'all know what it is. It's a sponge. Make sure to get that all evenly. Next, we're going to be taking the Ben 9 Neutral Setting Powder. And I'm just going to be taking that in with my Shea Cat Pro Makeup Flat Angled Kabuki brush. It is slightly slanted, so it actually helps me get right into the areas I need to, including my under eye, my nose, my forehead, and my chin, as well as my cupid's bow. I am very oily in my T-zone, and I also wear glasses, so this helps me keep it very clear. While I let that bake, I also did my eyebrows off of camera as well as my eyeliner. I forgot to mention that to you guys. But anyways, next we're going to be taking my eyelash curler by e.l.f. And I'm just going to be curling my eyelashes to prepare it for the mascara. Next, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express. Then I'm going to be taking my Duo Adhesive Glue for my eyelashes. It is waterproof. And we're just going to be sticking that on. I accidentally had an overflow here with my glue. Good girl going bad. I'm just going to be doing the same thing to the other eye with the tweezers and the glue. Then I'm going to be using the mascara to make sure that my natural lashes and the false lashes are correctly pushed together. Then I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. The small one helps you get right into those bottom lashes. Next, we're going to be taking our Morphe M432 brush, and we're going to be dipping it into the Cranberry shade and the shade beneath it as well. We're going to be pushing that into our bottom lash line. Next, we're going to be taking the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush and just blend that bottom lash line out. Then I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals Shaping Eye Double-Sided Brush. And we're just going to be using that shade that we used on our lid for our inner corner just to give it a nice highlight. Now for some bronzer with the e.l.f. Small Stippling Brush, I'm going to be taking my NYC bronzer in the shade Sunny. I'm going to be starting off with my cheekbones, and I'm going to just be defining that but also blending it out at the same time. Then I'm going to take it up to my temples, right along my side of my forehead as well. We're going to just be warming up the whole entire face. Then I'm going to be taking it up into my forehead, just blending it all the way across my forehead. But also keeping it along the edges and not bringing it down or in too far into the face. We're going to continue on with the other side of the forehead, and I'm just going to keep rubbing the bronzer back and forth, but as well as in circular motions. You don't want the bronzer to end up too harsh or end up too deep into your forehead area. You do want your forehead in the middle to be highlighted. Next, we're going to be taking the bronzer down into the jawline, and I'm going to just do the same thing. Just keep blending until it looks really nice and flawless. You don't want any harsh lines, especially on your jawline. Then next, we're going to be taking the Milani Berry Amore Baked Powder Blush in the number 3, and I'm going to be taking my no-named brush. I got this a while back when I first started doing makeup with the whole kit that came with many more brushes. So I'm sorry I cannot link that down below for you. Then we're going to be taking our Morphe B28 fan brush, and I'm going to spray it with a little bit of the mist. And then I'm going to be sticking it into the Shimmer Strips by Physicians Formula, and it's in the color Vegas Strips. And I'm going to put it on the top of my cheekbones, as well as on the nose and the cupid's bow, just to add a little bit of highlight to the point of the nose. Then I'm going to be spraying my entire face with that mist, and it is by City Color. Alright guys, that completes this look. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Feel free to leave a comment or feedback down below. Bye guys.